Hey folks, Canadian budget just dropped yesterday and a lot of interesting things in there for health and the health system. But one that a lot of people are asking and talking about is more taxes on cigarettes. People are kind of, is this just a money grab or does this actually work? Let's talk about taxes on cigarettes. So this is considered the most effective and certainly the most cost-effective way that governments have to actually reduce smoking. So multiple studies have shown in Canada and in other countries that do this, that raising the price of cigarettes, usually through taxes, reduces cigarette use in the population. It reduces it across demographics, across socioeconomic classes. The group that's most affected, that reduces the most, is younger people, 18 to 24. And that's also the group that stands to benefit the most from either never starting or quitting early so that they're not exposed to years and years of smoking. So it's a very effective intervention. On a population level, studies even show that it prolongs lifespan. It increases life expectancy. It becomes even more interesting in a place like Canada, where the government is also paying for healthcare services, because you're kind of doing two things with this tax. One is you're putting the tax on cigarettes, so you're collecting those tax revenues, which hopefully you'll invest in healthcare and other social programs. But on the other hand, what you're doing is you're reducing the number of people in the population smoking, which means that you're saving yourself in long-term health costs associated with smoking. All of the downstream consequences, lung disease, cancers, heart disease, stroke, etc., that come from smoking. So there's a long-term health systems savings. So there's immediate revenue and there's long-term savings. And in an ideal world, you actually want your tax revenues kind of paradoxically to gradually dwindle, because you want less and less people smoking, which means that people live longer, do better, are healthier, but also that the health system is less burdened by all of those costs that come from complications from smoking. So I actually think it's a good thing that we're seeing higher prices for cigarettes in this country. We're not quite as high as some other countries like Australia, but this will reduce the number of people who are smoking. They've also done this for vaping. We don't have as much data around vaping, but there are some studies now showing that there's a similar price sensitivity, in that by increasing the price, less people, less young people particularly, will start vaping or continue to vape. And we have lots of concerns about long-term impacts of vaping as well. So I think that both of these are positive things in the budget.